Hi everybody. So this is it. We're working and finishing up the new doublers for the right wing, including the stiffeners. So in the last video I described how the doublers and stiffeners are being put in place, and here we are doing it. So the stiffeners have all been pre-drilled and the lines on the doubler plates have been drawn. So now it's just a matter of match drilling the doubler plates and clecoing as we go down. Here I'm also making the rest of the stiffeners. So the stiffeners were roughly like 9¼ inch long. I forgot exactly how much. And I made 4 identical ones. And match drilled the rest of the stiffeners based upon the first stiffener. So the first stiffener was the template, and the other 3 had the exact same hole pattern. And we have a guest. Hi, Slim. Say hi to everybody. Or fine. Just rub yourself against the mic. So, yeah, made 4 of these stiffeners, all identical. That way I knew the whole pattern would be matching. And so we're just going through, and like I said, 2 stiffeners per doubler. And so, yeah, one of the things I can't recommend enough is one of those nice digital calipers that I've got. You know, you can find them online for like 15–20 bucks. They're pretty damned accurate. Plus, the nice part is the scribe lines. You can use to basically help scribe metal by just dragging it across instead of having to mark, which is good. That's what I used. Anyway, so yeah, so here you can see both doublers now in place. And now that both have been drilled out, so the doublers have been drilled out, and now it's time to put the inboard top skin on so that we can match drill that. So just kind of doing this in phases, right? Made the stiffeners, then match drill the doublers, and then match drill the skins. I mean, there's no reason to try to do it all at once, and so, you know, this is the safer approach. So there you see me just drilling out the final, and then deburring the final doubler, the bottom doubler. Now, you know, take note, for an RV14, the doublers are different heights by, you know, a little bit more than ½ inch. So you can't just make you can't just make 2 doublers the same. They are slightly different, so the equations for spacing out the doublers will be a little bit different. So I'm just clecoing the skin on, so there's a nice attached base, and I just realized that's a poor camera angle because of outside. There we go, that's better. So just like before, what I'm doing is the doublers have been drilled, so now I'm match drilling the skins and then clecoing them as they go across. That helps with the drilling. And there you can see I'm actually doing it with the stiffeners. So to make sure the stiffeners are the right ones in the right place, I've drawn kind of guidelines. If you look closely, you can see a couple of black pen marks. Basically just guidelines for the different stiffeners, and I do the same for the ones at the bottom as well. One of the things, and that's one of the things that I have problems with mostly when I'm doing these, when I'm doing this build, is if parts are replicated and there's more than one, you know, which one do you use where after it's been drilled? You gotta mark stuff. I am the worst at screwing that up, and so you really need to be careful when you're doing that, because, you know, even though the hole patterns are the same, after something has been matched and final drilled, you really don't want to try to use it somewhere else. You run the risk of stress, and then stress risers, and then cracks, and you don't want that. So now that all 4 have been drilled, and you can kind of see the pattern there as it goes up, I'm going through and I've deburred the outside of the skin, and then I countersunk it just like it's one of the regular doublers. Please make a note when you do that not to accidentally countersink the J channel stiffener in the middle. You don't do that. That gets dimpled, not countersunk. Anyway, so that was the that's pretty much it for the doublers and the stiffeners. So now all I have to do is just prime those and rivet away. So next step here in the top skins is deburring the rest of the edges. I've already deburred all the holes, so now I'm deburring the edges. 2 other things I'll have to do before I get to priming and riveting will be there's the removal of some material, but where the 2 skins overlap in the back. Actually, it's in the front. We did that in the last wing, and I think we were pretty successful, so we'll do it again on this one. Just need to mark out a half moon shape and file away delicately, because you don't want to screw the skin up. And then I'll need to go and put a break on various sides of the skin using my seamer tool. I thought about buying an edge breaking tool, but I'm not sure it's, well, they're not cheap. I haven't been able to find one used, so I'm not going to worry about it. I've got a nice little seamer tool. I can really do that thing by hand and put as much of a break in as I need. So, and here's a couple of friends. My buddy Clarence and a good friend of mine, Maggie. She was out doing some approaches in her Bonanza today, so I was giving her shit because she couldn't push her plane back in without trying to hit her tail on something. So yeah, I'm just deburring these, and that's all done actually. So today I'm going to be doing the break and taking that material out, and then I think we're going to get on to some priming and riveting. So you'll be seeing those a couple of days after this. So it's good progress, everyone, and I'll see you soon.